Good morning children, welcome to online class. Last class we learned about the Mesopotamian civilization. What is civilization? Civilization is an advanced, organized way of life. As civilization began to take shape, huge buildings were built, the art of writing developed, and science and technology contributed to the betterment of the society. There are 4 civilizations developed in the world. They are Indus Valley Civilization, Mesopotamian Civilization, Chinese Civilization, and Egyptian Civilization. Today, we are going to discuss about the Chinese Civilization. Where is China located? China is located in the southeast of Asia. China has 2 major rivers. One is known as Huanghe or Yellow River, and other one is the Yangtze River. The Yellow River is also known as Sorrow of China, since it changed its course and caused frequent floods. Evidence for prehistoric Peking man and Yuma man exist in China. Neolithic communities lived in China between 4500 and 3750 BC. The Henan province in Yellow River and the Yangtze River Valley contain evidence for Neolithic villages. China had many city-states, and gradually these states become a part of an empire. The ancient empires of China. The polity and emperors. The first Chinese emperor was Shi Huangdi. He was the first emperor. He founded the Qin dynasty. The emperor had the title Son of Heaven. He is considered to be the first emperor of China. The period between 221 and 206 BC is known as Imperial Era in China. He conquered other principalities in 221 BC and remained the emperor till 212 BC. He defeated many feudal lords and established a strong empire. He is credited with unifying China because he united the China. Shi Huangdi destroyed the walled fortification of different states and constructed the Great Wall of China to protect the empire from invading the nomadic people. He also built roads to integrate the empire. The Great Wall of China is one of the ancient wonders of the world. These Great Wall protect the Chinese people from enemies' attack. The second dynasty is the Han Dynasty. During this period, a written history of this empire was made available in China. The greatest of the Han Emperor, Wuqi. He was the great. He ruled over between 141 to 87 BC. And he expanded the empire and built many public amenities, including irrigation tanks. He sent Shang Qian as emissary to West in 138 BC. And thereby he paved the way for opening of the Silk Road in 130 BC to encourage the trade activities. The Silk Route was opened by him, which was encouraging the trade route between Europe and China. Because of the Silk Road and the resultant trade connections, China benefited immensely during the rule of Emperor Shang. Chinese silk was much sought after by Romans during the time of Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius in 166 AD. Some of the Chinese silk might have reached Rome through the ports of Tamilagam. So on that day, Chinese silk was world famous. Next one, the Terracotta Army. The Terracotta Army refers to large collection of terracotta warrior images found in China. They depict the armies of King Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China. They were buried with the king in 210 to 29 BC. They were found at the northern foot of Lishan Mountain, 35 km northeast of Xi'an, Shaanxi province, as a part of the mausoleum of the king. Philosophy and literature. The famous Chinese philosophers were Laos, Confucius, Mencius, Mochi, and Tao Chiang. They contributed to the development of Chinese civilization. Sun Tzu, a military strategist, wrote the work called Art of War. The Spring and Autumn Annals is the official chronicle of the state at the time. The Yellow Emperor's Canon of Medicine is considered China's earliest written book on medicine. It was codified during the time of Han Dynasty. The first philosopher, Laos. Laos was the master archive keeper of Chu state. He was the founder of Taoism. He argued that desire is the root cause of all evils. The second philosopher, Confucius. Confucius was famous among the Chinese philosophers. He was a political reformer. His name means Kuang the Master. He insisted on cultivation of one's own personal life. He said, if personal life is cultivated, family life is regulated. And once family life is regulated, national life is regulated. So these were the teaching of Confucius. That's why he became famous among the people. The next philosopher was Mencius. Mencius was another well-known Chinese philosopher. He traveled throughout China and offered his counsel to the rulers. So they were the important Chinese philosopher who contributed a lot to the Chinese society. The Chinese script. Chinese developed a writing system from an early time. Initially, it was a pictographic system. Pictographic means picture writing, and later it was converted into a symbol form. The contribution of Chinese civilization to the world. First one, their writing system. Their writing system was improved. Then the invention of paper. Opening of the Silk Road, which improved the trade. The invention of gunpowder. So these were the major contribution of Chinese people to the world. So the Chinese civilization is one of the ancient civilization which developed among the river Huanghe and Yangtze. That's all for today's class. Thank you, children.